Hello everyone, welcome to Elliott Wave Forecast.com YouTube channel. My name is Henry. Today is Wednesday, July the 17th, 2019. The time is around 3 a.m. GMT. So today we will be updating the chart of the pound dollars here. This is a 60 minutes chart, short term. We can see a bearish sequence stem and the right side tag to be down. So again, if you look at the boxes that we have here, every single chart that we print has this instruction here, basically saying that the right side text is the direction in which we like to trade, and we do not like trading the opposite side of the right side and also the sequence stem here. So if the sequence stem is bearish, the right side tag is lower, then obviously we don't like buying, right? Because that will be considered as a counter trend, and we don't like to trade counter trend because it doesn't have to happen, because if the trend is lower, this can continue to extend lower as an impulse. Now we can see right here in the 1 hour chart here, we got this with 1, with 2 in the black, and you can see in the subdivision in the blue here with 1 subdivides into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 3 in blue also subdivides in another 5 waves. Okay, that is the fractal in Elliott wave, in which each wave subdivides into smaller waves, and then right here with 2 here subdivides into a zigzag ABC. Now since then the pair has already resumed lower again within the wave 3. As you can see, it has already broken below wave 1, so in a way it has already confirmed that the next leg lower has already started, and then the move lower here is also subdivided into 5 waves. So that means that we do like to see more downside right now, and any bounce, if it happens, right, if it happens, any bounce is going to find sellers. Okay, and right here we are looking for a 3 ways correction or a 3 ways bounce here in the wave 2. It could be in the form of a zigzag or something else, but any bounce therefore is expected to hold below this 125.81, which is the previous pivot, the previous peak, and then from there it should extend lower again within the wave 3. Alright, so that is in the shorter cycle right here. Now what about zooming out in the larger time frame? Very interesting. Now the pound has been so weak because of the Brexit issue. Now let's take a look at the larger time frame. This is the daily chart here. Now we could see that from March 13, 2019, this one also looks to be in a 5 waves here. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and currently you can see this is with 1, this is with 2 in the black, so we are still within the wave 5 here in the red, right, as a 5 wave. So if I can put it here, so this one here is here, and this is the 2. So it is the subdivision of the 5 in the red, which is going to be subdividing into 5 waves to finish a 5 waves down. Now what's interesting here, if you zoom out here, is that you can see this cycle here, okay, is a lower low, right? It is a bearish sequence. So you can consider this looks like another impulse. So this could be a wave 1 of a larger degree than this red degree, and this could be a wave 2 as a flat, and then now we could be in the wave 3 of some sort, or at least an ABC, right? This could be an ABC, or it could be a 1, 2, and then now within the wave 3. So it looks quite bearish even in the larger time frame, but at least if we just focus on the shorter cycle, all right, if we just focus on the shorter cycle only, you can see very simple. This one, from this high, you got a sequence of, you got a bearish sequence here. So you got 1, 2, and then it has confirmed breaking below the previous wave 1. So this one should at least continue lower and hit this 1.2250, the 100% extension, right? And that is only the minimum, and it can go a lot lower than that, but that just gives you an idea of what you can expect on the downside. So shorter cycle, again, looking for the downside. Now longer term is always the interesting things here. Now I'm looking again at the this weekly chart looks very interesting to me, because we got an all-time low in the 1985, and I actually have already talked about it in the previous video, but I just want to see again to see if there's anything new I can catch from here. Now, depending on how bearish you are and whether you think the pound is gonna drop to zero, right? It depends, right? This is your all-time low in 1.04, which is the 1985. So do you guys really think if there is a Brexit that this is gonna go below this 1985 and maybe go below parity? So that really depends on how you perceive, right? How you perceive the pound is gonna be and how US dollar is gonna be, right? US dollar itself also has its own problem with deficit and all those things. So it's not like you know, the US dollar doesn't have any problem. It has also their own problem. Now the way I think about it is, if we're just talking about the long term, right? If you believe that this is not going to break below the 1985, it can potentially break below 2016, which is the next sort of important low around 119. It can break below here, but if you don't believe it's going to break below 1985, then you can sort of count this as a flat A from here. Okay, A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you will have a 5 ways from here, something like this, and then finishing this wedge and then break higher after that, right? So that will be in the more bullish kind of, the more optimistic view, in the larger time frame, of course, not in the shorter time. Shorter time frame doesn't even matter. All this analysis doesn't matter in the shorter time frame. And then the more bearish view suggests that, all right, if we break below 2016, all right, we will have a you see this looks like impulsive. This looks like a 5 waves. So you could have a 1 and 2, and then you could have another 1 and 2. So it's a nice 1 2 1 2, and then, you know, like a 3 4 5 like this. But that implies a very bearish situation or bearish view. So there you go. I present to you both sides, you know, the bearish side and the bullish side. And it all depends what happens on the 1985 low, and whether Brexit really is such a big event, is such a big bearish event that can cause the pound to really crash, you know, to all-time historical low or not. Okay, so shorter cycle doesn't matter. Shorter cycle is very simple. Shorter cycle, we got a low from here, from this June 25th. We got 1 2 and then breaking lower. So as far as we stay below 125.80, okay, we like for the downside in the pound dollar. So it's very simple in the shorter cycle, because most of our clients also trade in the shorter cycle anyway. So that's, I think, is what matters to them. All right, so if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe our channel, as well as try our service. We have 14 days free trial, and the link is provided in the description of the video below. Thank you very much, and see you all again next time.